if I were to pick two mistakes to focus in on during the process of looking at an RTLS platform, I would say the first one was this idea of having a single pane of glass. So when we talk about single pane of glass, it's having one entity or one server that is managing your various platforms, where you can view all of your hardware and workflows and anything else you're doing in location services on one screen, one server. That's essentially the concept behind it. When I started going down this path, that was the intention, but it became quickly apparent that that's not necessarily the right thing. Some unique use cases require their own panes of glass. I mean, it was such an eye-opening experience that instead of using pane, P-A-N-E, I started referring to it as a single pane, P-A-I-N, of glass, because I think it's naive to think you can have one platform to manage all your different location services platforms. So that's one, I would say, one mistake to avoid. And then the second one would be, when you're deploying a system like this in phases, it's really important to communicate each phase very clearly to your end users, and to ensure that they're aware of what the limitations are of that phase. So for example, I'll give you, when we did our Detroit campus, phase one for us was floor level accuracy. So you can tell if something is on a particular floor at a given point in time. But when people heard that we had deployed an RTLS platform, they were looking for nurse call integration, duress, temperature monitoring, all of these other use cases that required additional hardware. The idea was, okay, we would install the general infrastructure, and then if anyone wanted these very specific use cases, they can then go out and have separate projects to install, IR monitors or something like that within the rooms. So I think communicating that up front is really key.